Okay, welcome back, everybody. Service members from across the country are shooting for bragging rights in Georgia this week, competing at the U.S. Army Small Arms Championship. And you've got hundreds of soldiers and cadets firing rounds all week long as they learn from Olympians and prepare for combat. NewsNation's Elizabeth Prann is in Fort Benning, Georgia for us this morning. I mean, Elizabeth, these soldiers are scary good, right? What have you seen as you've watched competition kick off?
Oh my gosh, Markie, so much talent in one location. As you mentioned, we saw some young cadets and even Olympians. Even Sajin Madalena was there working with some of these service members, all showing off talent and extreme dedication. Of course, everyone wanting to walk away with a high score come Saturday.
Staying calm while you're shooting. You know, if you have a bad round, just making sure you stay in it and not get too flustered.
U.S. Army cadet Peyton Howard traveled from Utah to rural Georgia for the week.
Time will begin, and you may advance when your targets appear.
Competing in the prestigious Small Arms Championship at Fort Benning. It's a volunteer competition open to active duty, National Guard, Reserve, as well as ROTC and cadets.
Next stage of fire will be 10 rounds, prone, from the 300-yard line in a time of 90 seconds.
There are 11 different live fire events over the week, under strict time limits, simulating pressured events and combat scenarios.
Obviously, everybody loves to have a good competition, but at the same time, this is for training at the end of the day. You know, this is all about these guys being ready for combat. You have to run forward, you have to treat it as if you're actually in a fight, and you have to engage targets on the move, and you have a time limit. So with that, it's really focused on, hey, making sure these guys are doing the things they need to do to be ready while also having a fun competition.
And you just witnessed a competition of these men and women shooting from about 25 yards away with a 9mm. Competitors come from all over the nation. They'll be competing throughout the week, sometimes as far as 400 meters away with a rifle. The goal for competitors is not only to win, but get educated from Army's finest marksmen.
Fire!
Including Olympians and elite athletes, and to spread enthusiasm. Army recruitment saw encouraging numbers at the end of last year, December being the best month in 15 years, a far cry from 2022 when the branch missed its enrollment goal by 15,000. Lieutenant Colonel Christopher Thielenhaus says this is a huge opportunity for his unit.
I'm absolutely optimistic. I've seen firsthand how these kind of events get people excited for the Army. We love being able to tell the story of this kind of event and what we really do to the American people.
Fire!
Competitors want high scores for the awards ceremony and hopes to achieve distinguished rifle and pistol badges. Both take precedent over standard qualification badges, meaning the soldier is an above-average, more lethal marksman. Others also want to use the skill and experience to continue on the international stage, such as the Olympics.
You know, this is a skill that we need to take back and teach the other cadets and the other leaders there, just to make sure we get everybody better. And it's something that we might need to rely on to, you know, protect ourselves and others, so it's an important skill to keep up on.
Also a little bit of bragging rights.
Markie, the unit was created back in the 1950s, 1956 to be exact, by President Eisenhower. And since then, servicemen and women have competed, whether it be in an international competition or, of course, the Olympics every 4 years, every year since 1956, showing you just how elite these men and women are. Markie?
And you brought up a great point in your reporting, too. It must be so great for these soldiers to learn from one another and ask questions, you know, before they go to combat. Iron sharpens iron. Elizabeth Prann, really cool. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.